Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and I'm back. I'm talking about this. Anyway, before I get into the actual topic of this video, I do want to say that I noticed that the Noodles didn't post a YouTube video um like after the Harvey video. Um he didn't upload another video um the day after or the day after that. So he was probably on a break for like 2 days, and then the next day after that break he uploaded a video. So you know what? I'm glad that he took a break, even though it was like for 2 days. He did not upload a video every. He did not upload a video like every day that he used to. He He did not take a 1 day break, he took 2 days off. Which honestly, good. I'm glad he's doing that. And don't get me wrong, I still like Justin. And even though his content has gotten weirder and weirder, I understand why he makes videos like this. I mean, he wants his fans to see him play stupid games, and I completely understand that. And for Aphmau, I'm making the Minecraft skip videos. It's in a way to make money for producing the My Street series. And the her friends, her crew, are okay. Being in the videos, just going with the ideas and having a lot of fun. And you know what? If they're happy, then I'm happy. Sure, it might be cringe, but at least it's not as bad as the other stuff, especially common brain rot that are mostly short videos. But anyway, yeah. Um, so, so I talked about this. I I made a few videos before about the whole I don't know Aphmau's movie videos involving her finding Aaron as a werewolf, having a dark secret. Those two videos. The former one, not good. It was just, what was even going on? The second one, it actually was better, and it involved the Guardian Forces, which is great, but it did not take place in the high school. Maybe an explanation for what was going on is that it was taking place during the summer or on a break, like a school break, like winter or Thanksgiving break. I have no idea. But probably summer break. I think so. I talked about how in the Winky fandom, apparently, Aphmau and Aaron's age gap has been retconned to be 2 years, with Aphmau being 15 and Aaron being 17. Now, like I said before, a 4 year age gap isn't a big deal to get your panties in twist over. It's not that bad. Jess and Jason, who voice Aphmau and Aaron, in real life have a 3 to 4 year age gap. Aphmau confessed about lying to Jason about her age, and he forgave her, but she still feels guilty about it, and I understand why. She lied, she'd done something terrible to him, but he forgives her for just that one lie she said to him. And they're still happily married today. They have like 4 children and they're happy. If they're happy, then I'm happy. Then I don't know what you want from them. Now, okay, so I saw a TikTok video about this. The fact that, okay, it was from 2 to 3 years ago. So, you know, I've known that the fandom, like, fans part of certain fandoms, like fandoms for celebrities or YouTubers, can get pretty toxic, and Aphmau is no exception to that. Her fans are absolutely insane for thinking that Aaron, the character, groomed Aphmau because he was 18 and she was 14. Or that Jason was jealous of this character being in love with the character of Aphmau, like, and forced Aphmau to change it. Like, that's not true. There have been similar things to certain fandoms, like, for example, Five Nights at Freddy's and Yandere Simulator. Yandere Simulator, rightfully, deservedly hate, and especially about Yandere Dev, the creator. He's a groomer, but the game itself still has potential. Just because people play it doesn't mean that they're actively supporting him. Okay? Fans also were somewhat toxic to Yondev, Alex, but I wouldn't say they were entirely wrong about him. Now, Ayano is not like a traditional yandere. She has this weird ass condition that doesn't even make any sense anymore. But hey, if it's part of her lore, then that's fine. I'm not going to complain about it. However, there are certain things that bite people in the butt where things resurface, and coincidentally, that's what happened to Alex. That Yandere-chan, Ayano, is not like a traditional yandere, even though Yandere Dev at first made Ayano different because fans were asking him to make her different instead of, like what happened before, like commonly, like any other yandere is the same, like, yeah, I don't know. And okay, so I have updated this many times, and so, like sometimes I don't know why Aphmau does the things that she does to her My Street series, mostly her Mine Street series, involving weird, dark stuff. I mean, I understand to make it much more, unsettling, serious, and, but, yeah, especially when it's foreshadowed, and, I felt about my character, and you know what? Why don't I just reset everything? If I had to create a story for Aphmau, it would be like this, where Aphmau discovers that Aaron is a werewolf early on in her life instead of later in the future. In the canon My Street series, the pups, the trio pups, Daniel, Rylan, and Dottie, come to Aphmau's house, and Daniel confesses to Aphmau that Aaron is actually a werewolf, and Aphmau is in shock, but also disappointed that Daniel that Daniel didn't tell her in the first place, because he was like a brother to her. But she knows now, and she's slowly getting used to it. And you know what? She likes Aaron as a werewolf, and that's good. Yeah, but all of the dark shit that happened in, like, season 4 and season 6, very convoluted and absolutely uncomfortable for me. So, and due to my character originally with her story taking place in the 1960s, some of the things that I've forgotten involving her story, it's really complicated and long. So, you know what? Why don't we just reset her story and the My Street story, and you know, Aphmau would discover Aaron as a werewolf early on in high school. Um, I would also think that both Aphmau and Aaron's parents would be a bit more caring and encouraging for their children. Derek and Rachel, Aaron's parents, would still want him to control his anger. They would still be strict on him, but they wouldn't force him to isolate himself from other children. But due to them being busy and barely caring for Aaron like any other parent would, due to them being busy with work so much, Aaron felt isolated regardless, and due to him being shy and not wanting him to feel like a burden because he was so alone, he barely made any friends, which honestly it's a bit confusing when I actually say that, but don't worry. Aaron has this one friend who lives next door to him, JC, who I wanted to combine both Melissa and Lucinda into one character, where instead of being Aaron's sister, he would be an only child, and his only friend when he was little is JC, who is also a witch. So Aphmau discovers Aaron is a werewolf early on. She is at first frightened about this, but when Aaron and JC tell Aphmau the truth about Aaron's like werewolf condition and how his family had this like curse unique with unique eyes involving if Aaron had those eyes out in the open, and if a human like looked Aaron in the eyes, they would either die or painfully transform into a werewolf. So yeah. Anyway, and as for my character Quinzel, combined with this story, the Quinzel's story would instead take place in the 1970s, with this story including. So Quinzel's story involving being in Phoenix Drop High would take place after this story. After this story, it would be mentioned, and yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I am so sorry. I feel so awkward and not knowing what else to say sometimes. Let's just say some other stuff would happen in this story, and the story ends with Aphmau and Aaron sitting near the duck pond, quietly contemplating their uncertain future together. Let that be important later. But for now, everything's peaceful. No weird stuff is going to happen in the future, all peaceful. Aaron and Aphmau are just concerned about their relationship and where it would go from there. That's all. Bye.